In this video, you'll learn how to create a form in Zoho People. We'll go through each step slowly and clearly, so by the end, you'll know exactly how to set up a basic form you can use inside your organization. First, make sure you're logged into your Zoho People account and that you have the right permissions to access the settings area. If you're not an admin, you may need to ask someone with admin privileges to either grant you access or perform these steps for you. To get started, look for the settings option in Zoho People. This is usually represented by a gear icon, often located in the top right corner of the screen. Click on Settings to open the main configuration area. Think of this section as the control center for your Zoho People account, where you can manage how different parts of the system behave, including the forms you're about to create. Inside Settings, you'll see various categories and options. You'll want to locate the section labeled Custom Services. Custom services are essentially modules or components that let you tailor Zoho People to fit the specific processes of your organization. This is where you can define custom forms that employees can fill out for different purposes, such as requests, submissions, or internal records. Under Custom Services, find and click the option that says Add Service. This is the entry point for creating a new form. When you click Add Service, Zoho People will open a new configuration screen where you can define all the details of your form. On this screen, you'll typically start by entering basic information about your new service, such as a name and possibly a description. Choose a name that clearly describes the purpose of the form, so employees can easily recognize when to use it. For example, if the form is meant for leave requests, expense claims, or equipment requests, make sure the title reflects that. Once you've given your service a clear name, you can begin adding the required fields. Fields are the individual pieces of information you want users to provide when they fill out the form. Common examples include text fields for names or descriptions, date fields for selecting dates, number fields for quantities or amounts, drop-down lists for predefined choices, and checkboxes for simple yes or no options. As you add fields, think about what information is essential and what is optional. Try to keep the form as simple as possible while still collecting everything you truly need. You can usually mark certain fields as mandatory so that users cannot submit the form without filling them in. Pay attention to field labels as well. They should be clear and specific so there's no confusion about what should be entered. You can also consider the logical order of your fields. For example, place general information at the top, followed by more detailed questions, and finish with any final comments or notes fields. A well-organized form is easier to understand and faster to complete. After you've added all the required fields and you're satisfied with the structure and content of your form, it's time to save your work. Look for the Save button, usually at the bottom or top of the configuration page, and click Save. This will store your new service and make the form available according to your organization's settings and permissions. Once it's saved, you can test the form by opening it as a regular user would and submitting a sample entry just to make sure everything works the way you expect. If you notice anything that needs adjusting, you can always go back into Settings, open Custom Services, and edit the service you just created. That's all it takes. By going to Settings, opening Custom Services, adding a new service, defining the required fields, and saving your changes, you've successfully created a form in Zoho People that your team can start using right away.